Navin Lalu's streaming network. Specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. For show lights, smoke machines and special effects, call Swanky Lights. Call Raju at Swanky Lights 358-9305. Effects with a difference, Swanky Lights. Classic Radio, the voice of love, quality and class, streaming live around the globe 24/7. ClassicRadioTT.com. Ramsaran's Dairy Products, in business since the 1940s, a family business that started by the late Mr. Ramsaran, who owned a small dairy farm in Santa Margarita, St. Augustine. Santa Margarita Dairy's pasteurizing plant. It was located at 26 Southern Main Road in Currep. Now located Lot 15, Label Boulevard, Trin City, Industrial Estate, Trin City. Telephone numbers 640-3836-298-7945. info@ramsarandairy.com. Famous for peanut punch, soursop milk drink, orange juice drink, mobi and pineapple drink. Available nationwide. You can also purchase at our in-store outlet as well. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing, rental of forklifts, dump trucks, flatbed trucks, tow trucks, backhoes, excavators and trailers. Auger pylon services also available. Suppliers of aggregate and topsoil. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing. Telephone number 476-3244.
लड्डुवन को भोग लागे संत करी सेवा। माता तेरा पार्वती पिता महादेवा, लड्डुवन को भोग लागे संत करी सेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता तेरा पार्वती पिता महादेवा। बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। ओ बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। ओ बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। झूठी है यहाँ काया, झूठी दुनिया झूठी बंधन, झूठी है यहाँ माया, झूठी सास का आना जाना, झूठी है यहाँ काया। ओ यहाँ तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। ओ बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। रंग में तेरी रंग गए गिरधर, छोड़ दिया जग सारा। रंग में तेरी रंग गए गिरधर, छोड़ दिया जग सारा। बन गई तेरी प्रेम की जोगन, लेकर मन एक तारा। ओ मुझे प्यारो तेरो दाम रे, बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे तुझसे क्या काम रे। ओ बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। दर्शन तेरा जिस दिन पावो, हर चिंता मिट जाए। दर्शन तेरा जिस दिन पावो, हर चिंता मिट जाए। जीवन मेरा इन चरणों में आशा की जलाए। ओ मेरे बागों पकड़ लो शाम रे, बनवारी रे जिनका सहारा तेरा नाम रे, मुझे दुनिया दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे।
एक बात बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Sitaram to each and everyone who have come together yet again to join with his family as they remember the life of the mother of this home. And it's unbelievable to think, Jay, that it's almost a year already. Time awaits no one. But I've been saying this again and again, and not very often you see people with this devotion and this dedication towards what they're doing, especially when someone passes on, a mother, father, whoever it may be. So you have to give credit where credit is due, especially for that dedication towards dharma in doing your ritual duty. Not only remembering that soul, but doing it in the right way, through the medium of satsang. Even if we go into Ram Katha Binu Satsang Vivek na hoy, Ram Kripa Binu Sulabh na soy, only in the company of satsang really true knowledge dawns. One becomes enlightened, and one has the opportunity to attain a higher spiritual place or point. So when we come together here, like we have done tonight, collectively we join in satsang. You sing along, you join in chanting the glories of Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan or Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Tonight I'm very happy that I have the opportunity to join with so much Sunil, so much renowned musicians. Rav, so much renowned musicians. Like Tiger Ji, Ravi Ji, all of them. So it's really nice that I have the opportunity to sit with them to join in satsang. You know, we give him so much talks, but you know, I appreciate what he does, because when he comes, he brings that Shakti with him. That's the one thing. You could hide all kind of thing, but you can't hide that. That Shakti does come with him. So Tiger, thank you. Navin, thank you so much, bhai. Always appreciate. Navin and I go way back years upon years. So as we're about to begin tonight, Sanjay will call your name afterwards. So as we're about to begin tonight, I want to ask each and every one of you, to sit upright. Clasp hands, we close our eyes, we bow our head in prayer. We meditate and focus our mind on that Lord who is referred to as Sri Ganesh. He who is the remover of obstacles, difficulties and distresses. Lord, in your most beauteous forms, you have the ability to remove all our sufferings, afflictions, difficulties, distresses, whatever it may be, Prabhu. By your grace, all becomes possible. We join in Bandhana. विघन विदारन विरद वर वारन वदन विकास वरदेव बाद विषाद वाणी बोधि विलास युगल चरण जो बत जगत जपत रे दिन मोहे जय माया सरस्वती सुमति युक्त उक्त देहो मोही लोक भीरामम् रन रंग धीरम राजीव नेत्रम रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्य रूपम करुणाकरं तम श्री रामचंद्रम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्री रामचंद्रम शरणं प्रपद्ये नागेंद्र हाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मांगरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगंबराय तस्मै नकाराय ओम नमः शिवाय। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अतुलित बलधाम हेमशैला भदेहम् धनुजवन कृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यम् सकल गुण निधानं वारणारामधीशम् रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि रघुपति प्रिय भक्तम् वातजातं नमामि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Again collectively. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That form of primal Shakti, that mother who is referred to as Sarva Chaitanya Rupa. Mother, you are the embodiment of true bliss and consciousness personified, Ma. I make humble salutations to your lotus-like feet, Ma. By your power, by that Shakti, we are able to move. Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutarti Harini Jai Sarvagate Devi Kalratri Namostute. भोर भाई दिन चढ़ गया मेरे अम्बे हो रही जय जय कार मंतर पिछ आरती जय माँ हे माँ पिंडी वाली आरती जय माँ. ओम नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्विताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. जय श्री राम. So to all of our respected brother Pandits who may be here, sadhus, I say Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. Welcome once again and thank you for joining with this family. As we begin tonight, we glorify Sri Ganesh. Rag Bhupali is a beautiful raga. It's very, very simple. Bhajan gaye Ganapati Jagavanna. And it's set in the Rag Bhupali. Sarega Padha Sadha Pa Gare Sa. Gare Sadha Sarega Pa Ga Dha Pa Gare Sa. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan Shankar Suvan Bhavani Nandan. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan. Shankar Suvan Bhavani Nandan. Shankar Suvan Bhavani Nandan. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan. Gaye Ganpati Jagvandan. सिद्धि सदन गजवरन विनायक. सिद्धि सदन गजवरन विनायक. कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबलायक. कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबलायक. गाये गणपति जगवंदन. गाये गणपति जगवंदन. मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता. मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता. विद्या वारिधि बुद्धि विधाता. विद्या वारिधि बुद्धि विधाता. गाये गणपति जगवंदन. गाये गणपति जगवंदन. सरे गा गा रे गा पा पा धा पा धा धा पा धा सा 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 धा 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 पा पा गा रे गा गा रे. गाये गणपति जगवंदन. मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोड़े. समागत तुलसीदास कर जोर बस हो राम सिया मानस मोर बस हो राम सिया मानस मोर गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुभग भवानी नंदन शंकर सुभग भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। एक बात बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय। So tonight, I've chosen a beautiful little katha out of one of our many scriptures. Tonight it's Prem Sagar. Because Prem Sagar deals with when Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan was a child. All of his accomplishments, all of the difficulties that they had to face, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And on the many occasions where the evil King Kans would have sent demons and demonesses to attempt to destroy Bhagavan Sri Krishna, not knowing his true power. People tell us often that we live in Ramayan country. Because everywhere we go, we are accustomed to hearing Ram Katha. And yes, we love Ram Katha. But when we talk about Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and we talk about that bond that people build with Sri Krishna, that love you have for Bhagavan Sri Krishna, it's different, It's different. It's like all of us, we become part of this Ras Lila, this beautiful play that the Lord puts out. And I know if we go the entire night and we sing so much bhajans and we don't sing one particular bhajan, right? The people here especially will start a quarrel with us for that one particular bhajan. But we're not going to sing it just yet. This first bhajan, Wo Kala Ek Basuri Wala, very, very beautiful. As we glorify Bhagavan Sri Krishna, I ask you that if you can, when you can, join with us as we glorify Prabhu's name before we begin Katha tonight. एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला बांसुरी वाला बांसुरी वाला बांसुरी वाला वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, माखन चोर वो नंद किशोर, माखन चोर वो नंद किशोर, कर गया मन की जोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला। पनघट पे मोरी बैया मरोरी, पनघट पे मोरी बैया मरोरी, पनघट पे मोरी बैया मरोरी, मैं बोली तो मेरे मत की फोरी, मैं बोली तो मेरे मत की फोरी, कैया परो करूं विनती मैं करूं, कैया परो करूं विनती मैं करूं, माने ना एक वो मोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला। चुप गयो फिर एक तान सुना के, चुप गयो फिर एक तान सुना के, चुप गयो फिर एक तान सुना के, कहाँ गयो एक बांध चला के, कहाँ गयो एक चला के, गोकुल धोदा मैंने मथुरा धोदी, गोकुल धोदा मैंने मथुरा धोदी, कोई नगरिया छोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, वो काला एक बांसुरी वाला, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी रे, सुध बिसरा गया मोरी, माखन चोर वो नंद किशोर, माखन चोर वो नंद किशोर, कर गयो मन की जोरी रे, बिसरा गया मोरी वो कालाई बांसुरी वाला वो कालाई बांसुरी वाला वो कालाई बांसुरी वाला। एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। Very simple bhajan, and everyone knows Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, right? So I'm asking you to join with me now, collectively. We glorify Bhagwan Shri Krishna once again. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, bolo bolo. Hari Sundar
Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, bolo bolo.
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari. Loud as you can. Hari Sundar
Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Keshav Hari Govinda,
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om.
वनमाली मुरलीधारी, गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी,
वनमाली मुरलीधारी, गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी।
वनमाली मुरलीधारी, गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी,
वनमाली मुरली वाले, गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी।
नित नित कर माखन छोरी, गोपी मनहारी।
नित नित कर माखन चोरी, गोपी मनहारी।
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा, हरि नारायण हरि ओम।
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा, हरि नारायण हरि
वनमाले मुरली गोवर्धन
वनवारी मुरलीधारी गोवर्धन गिरवरधारी
वनमाले मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी
वनमाली मुरलीधारी गोवर्धन गिरवरधारी
नित नित कर्मा खत छोरी गोपी मनहारी
नित नित कर्मा कन छोड़ी गोपी मनहारी
आवो गावो गोकुल रे प्यार
आओ रे गोकुल के प्यारे
आवो कान्हा गोकुल रे प्यार
आओ रे आना रे गोकुल के प्यारे
आवो रे नाचो रे रास रचावो रे
आओ रे रास रचाओ रे
गावो रे नाचो रे रास रचावो रे
रास रचाओ रे
हर सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि 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 नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम 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 हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम। एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय श्री कृष्ण। Once we build the Shakti, we're good to go now, you know. Anything could happen. So staying right in. So, you know, oftentimes we hear of instances, and from our own scriptures, there are many times when you're listening to discourses, and you hear of when someone starts to gain knowledge, especially knowledge when it comes to dharma, to realization. Ma, Seecharan, happy to see you. Especially when it comes to knowledge, sometimes we tread the path of dharma. And in treading the path of dharma, when we start to gain that knowledge, sometimes we get carried away. Because I'll tell you what happens. With knowledge also comes the opportunity for ego to introduce itself into our own practices. So some of us, when we start to build knowledge, we also build in that ego. So sometimes I tell people in the same voice, I say, it's not how much you know. It's how much you can do with the little that you know. That is what is important. It's not how much you know. A lot of people can know much more than you know when it comes to scriptures and religious sacrifices and all of that. But it's how much you can do with the little that you know. And this is the basis of Krishna movement in a great sense, because, it's about love. It's not just about knowledge. Yes, you learn as you grow. And there's opportunity to know so much and learn so much more when it comes to Bhagwan Sri Krishna and his Leelas. But it also teaches us how to live with each other, how to love each other, how to treat each other. And as we listen to scripture again and again, you would have remembered, even in Shiv Puran, in the beginning of Shiv Puran, only a couple nights we spoke of this. And when we spoke about Brahma and Lord Vishnu trying to find the column of fire which represented Lord Shiva, right? What ego can do to the individual. Lord Brahma, filled with ego, he sees the ketak flower falling as he's climbing to find the top of that column of fire. And knowing that he was unable to find it, he tells the ketak flower, he says, listen, you have to lie a little bit for me now, right? Make sure and tell Mahavishnu Bhagwan when we reach back down there that I see the top of the column, this column of fire, right? And again, you see the opportunity where ego has introduced itself into knowledge. Brahma, who is the creator of everything that's around us. So if Brahma, right, who's the primal cause of creation, can be subjected to ego, who are you and I? At some point in time, we're going to get carried away, right, by this thing that is called ego and abhiman, right? At some point in time, that Maya is going to take us and carry us away, thinking that we are this, we are that, or we are the other. And I've always made reference to it in this sense. Even when you look at the Ram Katha and you look at the life of Shabri and you hear Goswami Tulsidas describe Shabri, that she knew nothing, but yet still, if you could know nothing and have so much love for God, then how do I attain mukti, nirvan, moksha, however you choose to call it? How do I attain that salvation? What is the right course, or what is the right direction I should take? Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Bhagavad Gita was laid out for a purpose. Bhagavad Gita gives us all these different avenues of finding God. Listen, if you don't go to the mandir, it doesn't mean you're not godly, right? There are different ways of performing worship, right? There's karma yoga, there's bhakti yoga, there's jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge itself, right? The yoga of your actions, what you do, how you can help someone. All these are different avenues or different roads or pathways we can take to reach to one place. Where? To the feet of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. And here has come another instance where Brahma has fallen in this trap of ego once again. Bhagwan Sri Krishna, together with the cowherd boys, all of them, they have set out now and they're going to put out their calves to graze. And all of this is happening now, and Bhagwan Sri Krishna beautifully staying there with them, with all these cowherders. All the gods, Akashvani, laid out in Akashvani, looking at this beautiful Leela that is playing out. Right? Because Bhagwan has taken avatar yet again. Right? So they're looking at the Leela of the Lord. And while looking on now, Brahma once again, right? Because of this same ego, he decides that, look, Bhagwan feels he's just powerful. All right, let me see what we can show him. He hides all the cows, all of them. He takes them, and even the cowherd boys, some of them, he hide them in a cave. Lock the cave with one big stone in front of it, and he leave them there. But at that point when Brahma was doing that, you know, these cowherders who were with Bhagwan Shri Krishna at that point in time, all of them were sitting down, right, by the tree, and they were going to have something to eat. So all of this preparation is taking place now. One of the cowherd boys realized now that, hey, you know, what is happening? We're not seeing the cows. We're not hearing them. Bhagwan Shri Krishna said, listen, you stay right there. Boys, stay right there. I will go check on the cows. Let me go and see what's happening. Bhagwan goes and he realizes what is taking place, because he realized already that what Brahma has done it, you know. So realizing what Brahma has done now, out of the Yoga Maya of Bhagwan Shri Krishna himself, he duplicated every one of them. Cow, go straight back to cowherd boys. He duplicated every one of them. And he put them back right there. Listen. Listen to a few lines of this beautiful chaupai before we continue. एक बात बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। तब ग्वालन सो कहत कान्हाई, तुम सब जेवंत रहियो भाई, जन कोई उठते करे अवसेर, सबके पछा बछे लाउधे। हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंदा, हरि नारायण हरि ओम। This is the line where Bhagwan Shri Krishna tells them to stay, and he's going to look for the cows. And you know, all of this is happening, and Brahma now not paying heed to what he has done, because Brahma, he do his part, he perform his part, and he forget about that too. An entire year. You tell me an entire year would pass and nobody would know. Nobody would realize that this cow or all these cows have been replaced. All these cowherd boys have been replaced. All these gopis have been replaced. Right? Through the Yoga Maya of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, nobody could tell. And here the greatest part of this is actually that during that year time, mothers, children, cows, their young ones, all of them grew even closer to each other by the power of Bhagwan Shri Krishna to himself. That is how great the power of the Lord is. That's how great association with the Lord allows us to become. We get closer to Him. With all that is happening and all that Brahma has done, still, look at what is happening within all these families in Vrindavan. Yeah? Listen. Even when again Lord Indra, filled with ego, right, poured so much rains down that Lord Krishna had to come and raise Govardhan mountain with his little finger. Even at that time, you see the power of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bajaya, Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bajaya, Nandlala Ghanshyam Re. He's called Ghanshyam, Govardhan, but he's also called Kanha. Govardhan रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम. Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bajaya, Krishna Kanhaiya Bansi Bajaya, Nandlala Ghanshyam Re. Govardhan रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. Govardhan रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम. श्याम सखा गिरवर धारी, मुरली मनोहर बनवारी. श्याम सखा गिरवर धारी, मुरली मनोहर बनवारी. जितने सुंदर नाम है तेरे, उतने सुंदर काम रे. जितने सुंदर नाम है तेरे, उतने सुंदर काम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम. बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम. बात में श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Such is the beauty of the Leela of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And time again, Bhagavan Shri Krishna in Prem Sagar will continue to show his power. Bhagavad Gita in the same way. Bhagavad Gita has so much reverence and respect because it's one of the only scriptures that Bhagwan actually speaks. That Bhagwan actually speaks. You know, so everything has its place, but you know, I've said this on many occasions and I've made association with these lines because of how important I think they are. In chapter 10, Sri Krishna Bhagwan, he said, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhusta Sesteta Aham Madishya Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antamevacha. And let me give you a little shape-up before we go further. You know, we have, for those who may not know, we have Pawan TV. And Pawan TV is really a YouTube platform. Myself, and I can't say myself alone because you see Ravi here and you see Sunil there. They have been very, very inspirational in helping me to bring this, you know, to fruition to some extent. Right? So I'm extremely grateful for both of them for all the assistance and all the support they continue to give me. And a few months ago, a couple months ago, we started doing Bhagavad Gita. We started a series where in every video, it would go for around 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And I have my 8-year-old son, Pawan. He's there reciting Bhagavad Gita with me. So while I'm reciting now, he's trying to follow. But you know, an 8-year-old child, Panditji, an 8-year-old child living in Trinidad, how much pronunciation you think he's going to get correct? How much Sanskrit slokas you think he's going to be on point with? Everybody's going to make a little mistake here and there. So, you know, we're posting these videos and, you know, we're getting so much good responses from it. And I had one email that came in. And it's important that, you know, we always take all of these into consideration as well. Now, it wasn't a negative email. Right? The person was just saying, you know, Panditji, we need to do a little more work into the Sanskrit. I mean, it's your 8-year-old son and all of this. And I understand that. But I also take into consideration that this child has no history of Sanskrit. From 3 years, he's been listening to Bhagavad Gita from the time he was 3 years old. Right? His mother would have him religiously every night listening to Bhagavad Gita. Right? And even when I started to recite it, he would recite after me, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samveta Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandava. And he's going. He's going along to the best of his ability. You know? So no matter what we do or what we try to do, you know, people will always try to find fault, you know, in what we do. But never let that hold you back. Never let that keep you back. Because if your success depends on the happiness of somebody else, what's going to happen? You'll never truly be successful. If you're waiting for confirmation from somebody else that you did something good, or you're waiting for that form of appreciation from somebody else, you will always get it. Right? And you know, and I invite each and every one of you, whenever you could always look into our YouTube channel, Pawan TV. We have pawantv.com as well. And all the information is there. All the links to our YouTube page, Facebook page, all of that. And it's not that I'm trying to, you know, to market Pawan TV. It's nothing like that. You see, because I've been seeing television for the past few years, and I mean, all these Hindu radio stations and TV stations that come on stream. And when you listen to some of the content, you have to question yourself if we're going right or if we're going wrong. Understand? And I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying that we can do better. We have the opportunity to do better. We have the opportunity to lead people in the right direction rather than try to mislead people for our own gain and our own purpose. I've always believed this, and I will say this again and again. Right? And I don't know where I got this idea from, but a Pandit, we're not supposed to be running on all this material comfort in it. Right? I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. Right? So if you're the Baba and you're driving the Prado and the Benz, I'm happy for you. That is your karma. Listen, I'm happy for you. That is your karma. Right? But my karma is that I remain grounded. And I do what I can to serve Sanatan Dharma. Right? That is our purpose. It's not about what we can get out of it materially. It's about what we can give to people. Give people hope, give them inspiration. Teach them how to live with each other, how to love each other, how to treat your family. Right? How to deal with disputes, how to, how to find God. This is our purpose. And every time I put on the television, and I've said this again, and when you see 7 o'clock reach, and you go to put on news, you always see some astrologer who could fix all your problems. They could fix all of your problems. And they advertise it on TTT, TV6, you name it, they advertise it. Right? And many of us, we get carried away by this. That somebody could solve your problem more than you could solve it. Right? Just recently I had a conversation with one young lady, and she was telling me, she says, Pandit, I went to one particular Pandit and he told me I had a gra. But she's the first godchild I hear, you do a gra, and she have a gra and she had to do 3 gra puja. I don't know how that working out. You understand? So from trying to help somebody, right, you're turning this thing into a business. It's how you could fill your pocket. Right? You're taking advantage of innocent people. I don't like that. I don't like that. If you have a gra and something affects you, right? Ravi, I could tell you, go do job. Because that job is going to help you. And when you almost finish your job, 1 gra puja. Right? To help you remove the ill effects of that gra. To shanti that gra. Right? But you're taking advantage of innocent people, and this is why we are losing a lot of people to Hinduism now. This is why we are losing a lot of people, right? Because our own is doing damage and creating this kind of damage amongst people who put faith and trust in them, and you're taking advantage of them for what? For a little bit of money, right? For material comfort that is not going to last long. You and I make that promise that when we do something for somebody, not everything is about money. Not everything. I ain't telling you go and let people dig out your eye, I'm not telling you go and let people take advantage of you, Right? There's a time when you have to stand up for what is right. Right? But you, as the individual, you must know, you must have that, that honesty, that decency, to know that what you're doing is right, and if you're doing something wrong, stop doing it. Because we don't know how hard people work for the little bit of money they have sometimes. People call me and they tell me, they say, Pandit, we want to have satsang. How much you got charge? I'm afraid to tell them price sometimes, because sometimes Baba, I tell them a price and they go and tell everybody. Baba charge them X amount of money. That time Baba ain't taking half, 90% of our money is not mine. I want to make sure I pay the drummer good. I want to make sure the keyboard man can get paid good, the PA system man get paid good. Right? I don't need money for myself for that. That's fine. I will do it out of love. I don't mind at all. Right? But if I have to ask people to come with me, this is not long time, this is not 20 years ago. From the time somebody decide to jump in the car and put gas, them starting to check already. You understand? That's just a reality. That is a reality. I'm sorry I had to divert from Katha for this. Right? But these things are important. Aham Atma Guda Kesha Sarva Sri Paramatmane Namo Namaha. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Aham Atma Guda Kesha Sarva Bhutaya Sayastita Aham Madishya Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antamevacha. He says, I am the soul that lives that exists in the heart of every single human being. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of everything that exists. Ananta Shami Naga Nam Varno Yad Sami Ham Pitri Nam Aryama Shami Yamahasam Tamyaham. Every offering that you do to your Pitris, I am the head of the Pitris. I am referred to as Aryama Pitri. And if you want to push it a little further, Yamah samtamyaham. I am the god of that Yamraj. This is how great I am. So Bhagwan Sri Krishna went on with this Leela with Brahma for an entire year. An entire year this Leela is being played out. Until one day Brahma sat down now and he started realizing, say, wait now. You know how long I put them cowherd boys and them cows and them in that cave? I wonder what happened now. Brahma gone again now. And looking and he's seen all the cowherd boys, all of them sleeping in the cave now, well tucked away. Right? But when he looks outside Vrindavan, he's seen all of them. He's seen all the cows, Krishna Bhagwan playing with all of them. Right? The beauty of Lord Krishna. He's called Tribhanginath, you know. You know why? His body is bent in three positions. Tribhanginath. Three positions his body is bent. If you look at him and you look at a picture of Lord Krishna, you'll see that. Right? This is the Lord. And this bhajan glorifies Bhagwan again. I don't have to ask you if you know this bhajan, because everybody here in this household, they know this bhajan. But what I want to ask you to do is sing along with us. Savariya, Savariya, the color of the Lord, the complexion of the Lord. Miti miti baje madhur tero बांसुरिया ओ प्यारो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ मेरो बांके बिहारी देखो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ मेरो कुंज बिहार सावरिया मीठी मीठी बाजे मधुर तेरो बांसुरिया प्यारो लागे देखो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ मेरो बांके बिहार प्यारो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ है मेरो कुंज बिहार रथ ऊपर गोवर्धन धार्यो इंद्र को मान भंग कर धार्यो नख ऊपर गोवर्धन धार्यो इंद्र को मान भंग कर धार्यो ब्रजवासिन को कष्ट निवारो ब्रजवासिन को कष्ट निवारो लीलाधारी है मुरली वालो लीलाधारी है मुरली वालो सावरिया नाचे तन मन मोरा बाजा जो तेरो बांसुरिया प्यारो लागे देखो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ है मेरो बांके बिहार प्यारो लागे वृंदावन धाम जहाँ है मेरो कुंज बिहार राधा के संग रास रचाए यमुना तट पे कौवे चराए राधा के राधा के संग रास रचाए, यमुना तट पे गवे चराए। राधा के संग रास रचाए, यमुना तट पे गवे चराए। राधा के संग रास रचाए, यमुना तट पे गवे चराए। कर में मुरली का बजकारी, कर में मुरली का बजकारी, जागी जरो का में बाके बिहारी, जागी जरो का में बाके बिहारी। सांवरिया नाचे तन मन मोरा, बजा दो तेरो बांसुरिया। करो लागे देखो लागे वृंदावन धाम, जहाँ है मेरो बाके बिहारी। करो लागे वृंदावन धाम, जहाँ है मेरो कुंज बिहारी। हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे। And the poet says it so beautifully in these lines. If the eyes are that which always sees the Lord, if the head is that which bows to the feet of the Lord in prayer, unless the mouth is that which wastes time in worthless talk, but if the mouth is that which always prays and sings the Lord's name, the hands are not for adorning with diamonds and pearls, but if the hands are always praying to the Lord, then listen. Even after our death, the name of that soul lives forever in this world. Sare ga pa dha ni dha pa, ga re ga ma ga re ga sa. Sare ga pa dha pa ga re sa ni dha pa, pa ni re ma pa dha pa ga re sa re ga in sa ga re sa. Sare ga pa dha ni dha pa ga re ga ma ga re ga sa. Sare ga pa dha pa ga re sa ni pa ni re ma pa dha pa ga re sa re ni dha re sa. है आँख वो जो शाम का दर्शन दिया करे, है शीश जो प्रभु चरण में वंदन किया करे। बेखार वो मुख है, बेखार वो मुख है जो रहे व्यर्थ बातों में। मुख वो है जो हरि नाम का सुमिरन किया करे। हीरे मोती हीरे मोती से नहीं शोभा है हाथ को, है हाथ जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे। मर कर भी अमर नाम है उस जीव का जग में। प्रभु प्रेम में बलिदान जो जीवन किया करे। ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन, वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। महलों में पाली बन के जोगन चली। महलों में पाली बन के जोगन चली। मेरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं। कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं। मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगा। कोई रोके नहीं, कोई टोके नहीं। मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। दुख लाखों सहे मुख से गोविंद कहे। मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली। मेरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मन। राना ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया। सा नि दा नि दा पा दा पा गा रे गा सा रे नि सा धा नि पा दा नि सा पा दा नि सा सा धा नि सा 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 नि सा सा रे सा 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 नि सा रे सा 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 नि सा रे नि सा गा गा रे नि सा गा गा रे मा मा धा 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 मा पा पा मा नि सा सा नि सा। राना ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया। मेरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी। दुख ना हो सहे मुख से गोविंद काहे। मेरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी। वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। वो तो काली काली हरि गुण गाने लगी। महलों में पली वक्त जोगन चली। मेरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गए मगन। एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। And if you want to aspire to be like someone, aspire to be like Mirabai. The love that she had for Bhagwan Shri Krishna was priceless. It was faultless. That is how great she was. All of her bhajans are being sung again and again because of how devoted she was to the lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. जो तुम तोरो पिया मैं नाही तोरू। मैं नाही तोरू। जो तुम तोरो पिया मैं नाही तोरो रे। तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्णा कौन संग जोरो रे। जो तुम तोरो पिया जो तुम तोरो पिया मैं नाही तोरो रे। तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्णा कौन संग जोरो रे। जो तुम तोरो पिया मैं नाही तोरो रे। तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्णा कौन संग जोरो रे। तुम भय मोती प्रभु जी तुम भय मोती प्रभु जी हम भय धागा। तुम भय सोना हम भय सुहागा। तुम भय मोती प्रभु जी हम भय धागा। तुम भय सोना हम भय सुहागा। मीरा के प्रभु ब्रज के जो तुम तोरो प्रिय मैं नाही तोरो रे, तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्ण कौन संग जोरो रे। जो तुम तोरो प्रिय मैं नाही तोरो रे, तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्ण कौन संग जोरो रे। तुम भय तारो वर, तुम भय तारो वर, हम भय पंखिया। तुम भय सारो वर, हम भय मछिया। तुम भय तारो वर, हम भय पंखिया। तुम भय सरोवर, हम भय मछिया। तुम भय गिरिवर, हम भय छारा। तुम भय चंदा, हम भय चकोरा। जो तुम तोरो प्रिया मैं नाही तोरो रे, तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्ण कौन संग जोरो रे। जो तुम तोरो मैं नाही तोरो रे, तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्ण कौन संग जोरो रे। मेरे कृष्णा मेरे कृष्णा मेरे कृष्णा मेरे कृष्णा जो तुम तोरो प्रिया, जो तुम तोरो प्रिया मैं नाही तोरो रे, तो सुप्रीत तोरे कृष्ण कौन संग जोरो रे। कौन संग जोरो रे, कौन संग जोरो रे। एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। So tell me when you come to make sure I'm okay. Does it make the tiger sweat? So I just follow in orders. मन मंदिर की ज्योति जगाए, दर्शन दो घनश्याम. You see, old bhajans, they will never die, you know, because of the meaning of these bhajans. This particular bhajan was set in Rag Kedar, beautiful, a beautiful rag. दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे अखियाँ प्यासी रे. दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे अखियाँ प्यासी रे. दर्शन दो घनश्याम. मन मंदिर की ज्योति जगा दो. मन मंदिर की ज्योति जगा दो. घट घट दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे अखियाँ प्यासी. दर्शन दो घनश्याम. मंदिर मंदिर मूरत तेरे. मंदिर मंदिर मूरत तेरी फिर भी न दिखे सूरत तेरी. मंदिर मंदिर मूरत तेरी फिर भी न दिखे सूरत तेरी. युग बीती न आई मिलन की. युग बीती न आई मिलन की. पूर्णमासी रे. दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे अखियाँ प्यासी रे. दर्शन दो घनश्याम. द्वार दया का जब तू खोले पंच सुर में गूंगा हो. द्वार दया का जब तू खोले पंच सुर में गूंगा बोल. अंधा देखे लंगड़ा चल कर. अंधा देखे लंगड़ा चल कर. पहुँच से काशी रे. दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ पानी पी कर प्यास बुझाओ, पानी पी कर प्यास बुझाओ, नैनन को कैसे समझाओ। गम गम गगर सम पद, पानी पी कर प्यास बुझाओ, नैनों को कैसे समझाओ। आँख मिचोली छोड़ो अब तो, आँख मिचोली छोड़ो अब तो, मन की बांसुरी दे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे, अखियाँ प्यासी रे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम। मन मंदिर की ज्योति जगा दो, मन मंदिर की ज्योति जगा दो, घट घट बांसी रे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरे, अखियाँ प्यासी रे, दर्शन दो घनश्याम, दर्शन दो घनश्याम, दर्शन दो घनश्याम। एक बात बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। So Katha is turning the satsang. Sing a bhajan for us.
जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विधन कर दूर हमारी, मम वंदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु, शरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारी। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, जय नंद लाला जय जय, जय नंद लाला जय जय, श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बदली हरिदा प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बदली हरिदा प्यारा नाम है, प्यारा नाम है, प्यारा नाम है, प्यारा नाम है, प्यारा नाम है।
I sing about 10 bhajan and nobody clap for me. Understand? Man sing one and everybody stand and clap. I'll sing the next bhajan. Please. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He and Tiger still in the show, you know. They planned this thing.
बारंबार मनवा वो बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा वो बारंबार समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार बारंबार मनवा बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा बारंबार समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार यहाँ मनुष्य तन हो तुम वायु यहाँ मनुष्य तन हो तुम वायु प्रभु को सुयत उदार ओ प्रभु को सुयत उदार समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार प्रीत गावो इतनी आवो प्रीत गवाओ इतनी आवो कोई नहीं करत विचार ओ कोई नहीं करत विचार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार तब हम सब पाछे पछतई हो तब हम सब पाछे पछतई जब तन करे असार ओ जब तन करे असार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा बारंबार बारंबार ओ मनवा बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार ओ समयन आवत बारंबार
एक बार बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय. Let me tell you something. all this that we're doing here tonight. Take what I tell you, Ji. You do like have to be smiling. Understand? Because of all the love that is filled in this room and all the devotion and what you and your family continuously put time, the effort and the energy into making sure that every time we do satsang you can have an environment such as this. You know, and a little late to go back to the Katha, you understand? Because we strayed so much. But coming back still, right? Brahma realized at one point that, look, I had done a wrong yet again. And he turns around now, he's begging Krishna Bhagwan. He says, Lord, now I know, now I see your true power. But I also know the power of Maya and what it can do. I want to know what's going on in Jai Shri Ram. Not realize, right? Sorry. The power of Maya and what it can do. And even if I go back to Ram Katha, I can tell you that in Uttarakhand of Ramayan, beautifully, there was a discourse between Garud and Kakposhunji. You know, and they were having this discussion about Sri Ram, about the greatness of Sri Ram and the power of his Maya and what it can do, right? And how we can so easily fall into this trap of Maya and be blindsided and be thrown off our course of duty and conduct, right? And Kakposhunji telling to Garud, he says, time after time, you know, I had taken birth in Ayodhya, right? From the form of a Shudra, I come again and again and again, right? And I had to try this birth again and again just to get that devotion, or that continuous devotion to the feet of Prabhu Sri Ram. And so too you and I have to understand the importance of practice. Jap, mantra, bhajan, prayer. Listen, remain steadfast in your devotion and you can never falter. Never for 1 second think that somebody can do you harm. Because I've said this to you in this same congregation in past times. Narad Muni said to Maina and Himavan, he says, no matter, he says, no God, no man, no animal, no one can ever change a man's fate. Whatever is your fate, that is yours and yours alone. No one can alter that. एक बात बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. So my dear devotees, we have come to the end of this afternoon satsang. Tiger play all that drama and still you want to hear next song, you know? And he's the drummer, eh? Which one? क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया. क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया। कौरी को तू खूब संभाला, कौरी को तूने खूब संभाला, लाल रतन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, लाल रतन क्यों छोड़ दिया। क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया। झूठे जग में दिल चाकर, झूठे जग में दिल चाकर, असल वतन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, असल वतन क्यों छोड़ दिया। क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया। जय सुमिरन से अति सुख पावे, जय सुमिरन से अति सुख पावे, तिल सुमिरन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, तिल सुमिरन क्यों छोड़ दिया। क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया। क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, क्रोध न छोड़ा, झूठ न छोड़ा, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, सत्य वचन क्यों छोड़ दिया तूने, नाम जपन क्यों छोड़ दिया। एक बार गुरु श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय, कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। At this time, I wish to ask everyone to sit upright. We clasp hands, close eyes, we bow heads as we join in prayer. To Sunilji, to you, your Pitaji, and your entire family, I want to thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to be able to come and join with you in your family in Satsang. Every single time I come here, I enjoy it immensely. Thank you for that blessing, Ji, all of you. To Pandits sitting in the audience, forgive me if I don't know your names, but Bhagwan's blessings to you. Pandit Anil and Pandit Anand. Correct? Jai Shri Ram Panditji. Thank you so much for blessing this home with your presence as well. To everyone who made this successful tonight, thank you. We join in prayer as we beg Bhagwan Shri Krishna that Lord, the Atma, the mother of this home, wherever she is, continue to bless her. Prabhu. Om Anadhini Dhano Deva Shankar Chakra Garadhara Akshaya Pundarikakshi Pretumokshi Prado Bhava Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinan Tvameva Sarvam Mamudev Deva. Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram. Hey Ram, Hey Ram. प्रेम से बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की, कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 श्री राम जय सीता राम. Thank you each and every one of you, not only on behalf of myself, but on behalf of this entire family. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Panditji, on behalf of the entire home circle, we would just like to say thank you for coming and blessing us today with the beautiful katha. To you and Tiger, who have always been there with us from day one, supporting us and giving us that strength and that courage to move on. We can never say thanks enough to you. It's always a pleasure. You know, when you are around us, you lift our spirits and, you know, we feel better. So thanks to you. My brother Ravi has always been with us. Thanks to Rav again for coming. Just as some house announcements, this session that we had here today, this is the last of the monthly sessions. So now from here we move on to the yearly prayers, which will take place on the 21st of April. All right, so puja will start around 8 a.m. in the morning or thereabouts. So we're asking everyone to join us for that final celebration of Mom's life on the 21st of April. I think is the day before the Eid holiday, which will normally, I think is the Saturday. I'm not too certain as yet. Initially, they had carded the holiday for the Friday, that's Saturday, and I now understand it's the Saturday. All right, so we're on for the early prayers on the 21st of April, Friday 21st. So we ask everybody to join with us. And before you all leave, light refreshments have been prepared. I think the doubles man is outside today. Many persons would have requested that the doubles man come back before we close up the session. So the doubles man, I think he's outside. And there are some light refreshments prepared. So please sit, partake. We know that school is on vacation. So we apologize if we went just a little extra today. 5 minutes? Okay, so we're good. All right, so again, thanks everyone for coming out and giving us your support. It has been, I know, a tremendous blessing for us to have you all here each and every month to support us. You know, and we thank you again and again. Ji, that's it. Thanks so much. Jai Shri Ram.
अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन, राह दिखा रे। भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन, राह दिखा दे। कदम कदम पर किरण बिछा दे भगवन, किरण बिछा दे। भगवन किरण बिछा दे। इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे, इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। ओ तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी, दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम वनमाली मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरवर धारी वनमाली मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरवर धारी वनमाली मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरवर धारी वनमाली मुरली धारी
Ramsaran's Dairy Products in business since the 1940s, a family business that started by the late Mr. Ramsaran, who owned a small dairy farm in Santa Margarita, St. Augustine. Santa Margarita Dairy's pasteurizing plant. It was located at 26 Southern Main Road in Currep, now located Lot 15, Label Boulevard, in the state, Twin City. Telephone numbers 640-3836-298-7945. info@ramsarandairy.com. Famous for peanut punch, soursop milk drink, orange juice drink, Moby and pineapple drink. Available nationwide. You can also purchase at our in-store outlet as well. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing, rental of forklifts, dump trucks, flatbed trucks, tow trucks, backhoes, excavators and trailers. Auger pylon services also available. Suppliers of aggregate and topsoil. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing. Telephone number 476-3244. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. For show lights, smoke machines and special effects, call Swanky Lights. Call Raju at Swanky Lights 358-9305. Effects with a difference, Swanky Lights. Classic Radio, the voice of love, quality and class, streaming live around the globe 24/7. ClassicRadioTT.com.